Beruach, Sword of the Spirit, narrated and interpreted by Wendy. Mikah. Chapter 1. The word of Yahweh, which came to Mikah, the possessor of the winepress, during the days of the perfection of Yahweh, grasping the strength of Yahweh, the kings of Yehudah, which he saw concerning Shamerun and Yerushalayim. Hear, all you people, hearken, O earth, and all who is in it. And let Adonai, Yahweh, be a witness for you, Adonai from his holy temple. For behold, Yahweh comes forth out of his place, and will come down and tread upon the high places of the earth. And the mountains will be molten beneath him, and the valleys will be divided, like wax before the fire, like waters that are poured down a steep place. For all the transgression of Jacob, and for the sins of the house of Yeshariel, who have transgressed Jacob. Is it not Shamarun? And what are the high places of Yehudah? Are they not Yerushalayim? Therefore I will make Shamarun like the heap of the field, and like a planting of the vineyard, and I will pour down its stones into the valley, and I will discover its foundations, and all its graven images will be beaten to pieces, and all its workers will be burned with the fire, and all its idols I will lay desolate. For she gathered it by the hire of harlotry, and they will return to the hire of a harlot. Therefore I will wail and howl, and I will be stripped and naked. I will make wailing like the jackals, and mourning like the owls. For her wound is incurable, for it came to Yehudah. He has come to the gate of my people, to Yerushalayim. Do not declare at Gat. Do not weep at all in the house of dust. Roll yourself into dust. Cross over, you fair inhabitant, having your shame naked. The pointed inhabitant did not come forth, mourning into the narrow house. He will take his position from you. For the embittered inhabitant waited carefully for good. But evil came down from Yahweh to the gate of Yerushalayim. O you invincible inhabitant, bind the chariot to the swift beast. She is the beginning of the sin of the daughter of Zion. For the transgressions of Yeshariel were found in you. Therefore you shall give present to the possessor of the winepress. The houses of deceit will be a lie for the kings of Yeshariel. Yet I will bring an heir to you, O inhabitant on top of the hill. He will come to justify the glory of Yeshariel. Make yourself bald, and cut for your delicate children. Enlarge your baldness like an eagle, for they have gone into captivity from you. Chapter 2. Woe to those who devise iniquity, and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it. For this is against the hands of all. And those who covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away, so too they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Therefore thus saith Yahweh, behold, against this family I devise an evil, from that which you will not remove your necks, nor will you go proudly, for this time is evil. During that day he will take up a parable against you, and lament with a bitter lamentation, saying, We are completely destroyed. He has changed the portion of my people. How has he removed it from me? Turning away, he has divided our fields. Therefore no one will cast a cord by lot in the congregation of Yahweh. Those who teach this should not teach it. They should not teach it, so that they are not ashamed. O you who are named by the house of Jacob, is the Ruach of Yahweh straitened? Are these his doings? Will my words not do good to him who walks uprightly? Recently, my people have risen up like an enemy. You pull off the robe of the garment for those who pass by, boldly, like men returning from war. The women of my people have been cast out from their pleasant houses, and their children, you have taken away my glory forever. Arise and depart, for this is not the rest, because it is defiled, it will destroy, and the rope is tight. If a man walks in the Spirit and lies a falsehood, I will prophesy to you of wine and of strong drink, and he is a teacher of these people. Surely I will assemble all of you, O Jacob. Surely I will gather the remnant of Yeshariel. I will put them together like a sheep of a sheepfold, like the flock in the midst of the field. They will make a great noise from Adam. The one who breaks forth will come up before them. He will break through and pass through the gate, and they will go out with him, and the king will pass before them. And Yehua was at the head of them. And I said, Hear, I pray you, O head of Jacob, and ye princes of the house of Yeshariel. Is this not for you to know judgment? The haters of goodness and lovers of evil, or those who pluck off their skin from off them, and their flesh from off their bones. Therefore, who eats the flesh of my people, and fillet their skin from off of them, and they break their bones, and chop them in pieces, like for the pot, and like for the flesh of the cauldron. Then they will cry unto Yahweh, but he will not hear them, for he will hide his face from them during that time, as if they have behaved themselves ill in their dealings. Thus saith Yahweh concerning the prophets who make my people err, who bite with their teeth, crying, Peace. But he does not give according to his mouth, but he prepares war against them. Therefore, night will be for you, so that you do not have a vision, and it will be dark for you, so that you cannot enchant. And the sun will go down over the prophets, and the day will be dark over them. Then the seers will be ashamed, and the enchanters confounded. Also, they will all cover up their lips. For Elohim will not answer. But truly I am full of power by the Ruach of Yahweh, and the judgment and the might to declare to Jacob his transgression, and to Yeshariel his sin. I pray you hear this, you heads of the house of Jacob, the rulers of the house of Yeshariel, who despise judgment and twist all that is straight. They build up Zion with blood, and Yerushalayim with iniquity. Its head judges for reward, and its priests teach for wages. Also the prophets divine for money. However, they will lean upon Yahweh and say, Is Yahweh not among us? No evil is upon us. Therefore, because of you, Zion will be a plowed field, and Jerusalem will become an eye, and the mountain house will be a city. Then, in the last days, that mountain of the house of Yahweh will be established in the top of the mountains. It will be exalted above the hills, and people will flow to it. Moreover, many nations will come and say, Come, let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, and to the house of the Elohim of the supplanter. Then he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For the teaching will go forth from Zion, and the words of Yahweh from Yerushalayim. For he will judge among many people, and rebuke strong nations afar off, and they will beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. A nation will not lift up a sword against nation, nor will they learn war any more. Then each man will sit under his vine and under his fig tree, and no one will be afraid, for the mouth of Yahweh of hosts has spoken it. For all the people will walk each one in the name of his deity, but we will walk in the name of Yahweh, our Elohim, forever and ever. During that day, saith Yahweh, I will gather her who limps, and was driven out, and was afflicted. And I will make her a rib for a remnant, and they will be a strong nation, and Yahweh will reign over them in Mount Zion, from then on until forever. Chapter 3. And you are the shepherd of the flock, O tower of the daughter of Zion. Your witnesses and the first dominion will come. The kingdom will come to the daughter of Yerushalayim. Now why do you cry out loud? Is there no king in you? Has your counselor perished? For pains have overtaken you, like a woman in labor. Be in pain, and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail. For now you shall go forth out of the city, and you shall dwell in the field, and you shall go to Babel. There you shall be delivered. There Yahweh will redeem you from the hand of your enemies. Also many nations have gathered against you, who say, Let her be defiled, and let her eye look upon Zion. But they do not know the thoughts of Yahweh, nor do they understand his counsel. For he will gather them like the sheaves into the floor. Arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion, for I will make you an iron horn, and I will make your hooves copper, and you will beat many people in pieces. I will consecrate their grain unto Yahweh, and their substance to the Lord of the whole earth. Now gather yourself in troops, O daughter of troops. He has laid siege against us. They will strike the judge of Yeshariel with a rod upon the cheek. But you, fruitful house of bread, you are little among thousands of Yehudah. Out of you he will come forth to me, who is to be ruler of Yeshariel, whose going forth has been from of old, from everlasting. However, he will give them up until the time that she who travails has brought forth. Then the remnant of his brethren will return to the children of Yeshariel, and he will stand and feed in the strength of Yahweh, in the majesty of the name of Yahweh, his Elohim, and they will abide. For now he will be great unto the ends of the earth. This will assure peace when Ashur comes into our land, and when he treads in our palaces. Then we will raise 7 shepherds and 8 principal men against him, and they will shepherd the land of Ashur with the sword, and the rebellious land in its entrances. Therefore he will deliver from the Assyrian when he comes into our land, and when he treads within our borders. And the remnant of Jacob will be in the midst of many people, like a dew from Yahweh, like the showers upon the grass, that does not wait for a man, nor waits for the son of Adam. And the remnant of Jacob will be among the nations in the midst of many people, like a lion among the beasts of the forest, like a young lion among the flocks of the sheep, who, if he goes through, both treads down and tears in pieces, and no one can deliver. Your hand will be lifted up upon your adversaries, and all your enemies will be cut off. And it will come to pass during that day, saith Yahweh, that I will cut off the horses out of the midst of you, and destroy the chariots. And I will cut off the cities of your land, and throw down all your strongholds. Also I will cut off witchcraft out of your hand, and you shall no longer divine clouds. Also your graven images will be cut off, and your standing monument out of the midst of you. And you will not worship the works of your hands any longer. And I will pluck up your Asherahs out of the midst of you, and I will destroy your cities. And I will execute vengeance in anger and fury upon the nations, such as they have not heard. Now hear what Yahweh says. Arise, contend before the mountains, and let the hills hear your voice. Hear, O mountains, the controversy of Yahweh, and you strong foundations of the earth. For Yahweh has a controversy with his people, and he will plead with Yeshariel. O my people, what have I done to you, in which I have worried you? Converse with me. For I brought you up from the land of Mitzrayim, and redeemed you out of the house of servants. And I sent before you Musha, Aharon, and Miriam. O my people, now remember what the devastator advised the king from my father, and his response. Burn those who are not my people, he answered, from the wood to the whirlwind, so that you may know the righteousness of Yahweh, with which I come before Yahweh, bowing myself before the Most High Elohim. Will I come before him with burnt offerings, with calves of a year old? Will Yahweh be pleased with 1,000 rams, with 10,000 rivers of oil? This is the first fruits of my sin, the fruit of my womb, the sin of my soul. He has showed you, Adam, what is good, and what does Yahweh require of you, but to do justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your Elohim. The voice of Yahweh cries to the city, and wisdom will see your name. Hear the rod, and who has appointed it. Are there still treasures of wickedness in the house of the wicked, and the small measure that is abominable? Will I count them pure with the wicked balances, and with the bag of deceitful weights? For its rich men are full of violence, and its inhabitants have spoken lies, and their tongue is deceitful in their mouth. Therefore I will make you sick in smiting you, in making you desolate because of your sins. You will eat and not be satisfied. Your casting down will be in the midst of you, and you will take hold, but you will not deliver. And what you will deliver, I will give up to the sword. You will sow, but you will not reap. You will tread the olives, but you will not anoint with oil. Also sweet wine, but no drinking wine. For the statutes of the student of Yahweh will be kept. However, all the works of the house of the father's brother, and you who walk in their counsel, that will be made a desolation, and the inhabitants of it a hissing. Therefore you shall bear the reproach of my people. Woe is me, for I am like one who has gathered the summer fruits, like the grape gleaning in the vintage, no clusters to eat. My soul desires a ripe fruit. The good is perished out of the earth, and no one is upright among men. They all lie in wait for blood. Each man hunts his brother with a net, so that they may do evil with both hands earnestly. The prince asks, and the judge is bribed, and the great man utters his mischievous desire. Therefore they scheme together. The best of them are like a briar. The most upright are sharper than a thorn hedge. The day of your watchmen and your visitation comes. Now they are perplexed. Do not trust a friend. Do not put your confidence in a guide. Keep the doors of your mouth from her who lies in your bosom. For the son dishonors the father, and the daughter rises up against her mother. The daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's enemies are the men of his own house. Therefore I will look unto Yahweh. I will wait for the Elohim of my salvation. My Elohim will hear me. Do not rejoice against me, O my enemy. When I fall, I will arise. When I sit in darkness, Yahweh will be a light for me. I will carry the indignation of Yahweh, because I have sinned against him, until he pleads my cause and executes justice for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I will behold his righteousness. Then my enemy will see and cover her shame, who said, Where is Yahweh, your Elohim? Now my eyes will see her. She has been trodden down, fine, like outdoor clay. In the day that you build your walls, that day is far off. Also during that day he will come to you from Ashur and the fortified cities, and from the fortress even to the river, and from sea to sea, and from mountain to mountain. Nevertheless, the land will be desolate because of those who dwell in it, for the fruit of their doings. Feed your people with your rod, the flock of your heritage, who dwell solitarily in the wood, in the midst of Carmel. Let them feed in Bashan and Gilead, like in the days of old. According to the days of your coming out from the land of Mizraim, I will show him marvelous. The nations will see and be confounded by their might. They will lay their hand upon their mouth. Their eyes will be deaf. They will lick the dust like a serpent. They will move out of their holes like worms of the earth. They will be afraid of Yahweh, your Elohim. Also, they will fear because of you. Who is in all like you, who pardons iniquity and passes by the transgression of the remnant of his heritage? He does not retain his anger forever, because he delights in mercy. He will return again. He will have compassion upon us. He will subdue our iniquities, and he will cast all their sins into the depths of the sea. You shall perform the truth of Jacob, the mercy to Abraham, which you have sworn to your fathers from the days of old. The end. Thank you for listening to my interpretation of Micah. I hope that you find my Bible series, Choreb Beruach, Sword of the Spirit, enlightening. The word of Yahweh is a treasure trove of mysteries. It's amazing what you'll discover when you read it with your eyes open. My name is Wendy, and you've been called out of darkness